It's Wednesday morning, March 10th, and again, trading American Airlines for another profitable swing trade. And as you can see here, I played it off a questionable green day, slightly a doji, but I trusted its pattern to hold and it still kept green. So you can see I actually did pretty well with this exit because I sold it right at 21.75, which is the high. And again, my entry, like always, was right at the close yesterday. So roughly I got in at 21.6 and my exit was 21.75, which gave me around, we'll call it 0.70, yeah, we'll call it 0.7% profit. And in cash, that equated to around $1,500. And yeah, you can see here I got out at 21.75, which is pretty remarkable considering that that's the resistance. And I had high volume on this trade, so the fact that I was able to get out at resistance with that high volume was real lucky. So to show you back on the daily why I took this trade, and I mean, it's not hard to see, guys. You can see it's always gapping up off of green days. You can look at this one red doji and see that it's still gapped up. And if you look at the red days, I mean, the last time it failed even off of a red day was all the way back in the 25th of February, and that fail was around 1.5%. So it's not that the stock doesn't fail, but because it was slightly green or like a doji, I trusted it to hold its pattern. And I know a lot of you looking at the whole other market and thinking, why didn't you trade anything in the NASDAQ? Like Tesla, Apple, all those stocks. But if you look at them this morning, they're actually not up that much. Some of them are actually very negative. And you can see why. It's because, first of all, yes, the NASDAQ, which is here the index, which was green yesterday on the daily. But you see, like the last time NASDAQ was green, it failed or it barely, it was failing off of green days, or it's barely gapping up, or, being sideways. So I didn't actually trust the NASDAQ. While the Dow Jones here, yes, it ended a little lower yesterday, hitting a new high. If you look at its gapping pattern, even off of red days, its open is always higher than its close so far, red or green. So I trusted the NASDAQ to hold its uptrend pattern. Plus, if you look at how the NASDAQ's performing, right, it's kind of on an uptrend the Dow Jones is on an uptrend, while the NASDAQ is clearly on a downtrend. And I mean, you can look at American Airlines and it was sideways, pushing new highs, while this is the S&P, which is kind of sideways as well. But if I put up Apple here, you can see Apple's been on a downtrend, not hard to see, and also Tesla has been on a downtrend. So because both of these stocks in the NASDAQ are showing, a sell-off, and yes, this might be a small recovery, I don't like to take those trades. I like to stick with bullish stocks, and yeah, ended up being a good thing. And as you expect here, yes, a lot of these stocks are NASDAQ stocks, but the opposite's going to occur the moment the market opens. You're going to see a lot of these stocks that are green be red. A lot of these reds go back to green. So I'm glad I made that trade. Smart move. Not a lot of people could see it, but it's important to look for those details out in the market. So if you like these trades and you want to swing trade these same stocks that I'm swing trading, just follow along and I'll keep posting.